How you doing? How you doing?
How you be? Everything
I'm
good?
good. Everything's good.
Good, good,
Nice
good.
to see you.
Hanging in there, man.
Yep, yep.
All right. You have a
Okay.
good day, eh?
You too. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. I gotta admit, I know that it shows. It probably shows, but this is generally my least motivating time of the year. From whenever it gets pretty cold in November, which is still decent. It could be much worse. I can live with this temperature. But from about mid to late November to probably March, April. That's a long period of time for 4 to 5 months out of the year where I just generally feel unmotivated, probably seasonal depression, but I push through it the best that I can. The thing about this specific time of year is that there's actually so many things on my plate right now during a time when there's no motivation to do them. Now, one would argue, like my former trainer would argue with me that if I didn't have motivation, those things wouldn't be on my schedule, and that motivation is just an excuse that people use on whether they're going to do something or whether they're not going to do something. And there's some truth to that. I wouldn't necessarily call it an excuse. It's just your mind goes back and forth on the philosophy of motivation. For an example, right? One day I might wake up and be like, it's time to get to this gym, it's time to get to this money, and I spring out of bed. I just get myself up, I shower, or if I've showered already, I just put on my gym clothes, I head on out to the gym, and then I get in my workout. I don't want to leave the gym. I'm hyped, right? So in a lot of people's minds, that is the motivation, that thing that gave me that energy to get in that gym and get in that big workout and do whatever it is that I had to do. Now, another train of thought is the motivation is the why behind why I'm going to the gym. And I like that. I like it, even though I don't always think that way. I like that train of thought of, well, why did you get up? Why do you want to go to the gym in general? Not why did you get up that morning? Because I could get up one morning and say, and then I get up and I'm like, all my goals that day are towards being the giraffe that I want to be, right? And then I could wake up the next day and be like, you know what? That was just stupid. I am not a giraffe, so I'm just gonna be who I am. Uh, but so like the gym, like I could wake up one day and say, I want to eat well and I want to exercise, and I can eat well that day, exercise that day, and then the whole rest of the week I could just do whatever I was doing before, and it's just gone. Does that mean that I was motivated that day and I wasn't motivated the other days? I think not. I think it just means that my motivation wasn't